Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. It's Thanksgiving week, so guess what? I have a special treat for you. I want to introduce you to two of my favorite people that are working here with me, our producers. What do you call yourselves? The Special Forces?
Yeah, we're like the Special Forces of CN.
So this is Alex Tsoukas.
Hello.
Tsoukas?
Tsoukas,
I always say his name wrong. And Gerald Varela.
Hello.
And they literally do everything here. So we are so happy to have them, and we're going to find out more about them. And you can learn about all the stuff we do here at the office, too. That's so remarkable. And part of the reason we can do it is because of you two, and of course, our wonderful producer today, Rachel. So, but we have to thank our sponsor. We have a sponsor. I know you guys know every week we have South Florida PBS sponsoring our show. And they allow us to bring in so many great people that are doing good work in our community. And they have you guys heard about the Da Vinci experience?
Not the experience. I've heard of the artist, but I'm not familiar with them.
Well, obviously everybody's heard of Da Vinci. Well, they have this, it's an immersive art experience. And actually, there are two different sections you go to when you go to the experience. And it's interactive. One of them is science, and the other one is art, because he was an engineer. He was everything.
Both.
Yes.
Probably the biggest genius of all times. Anyway.
Yeah, I got a small preview of it because I saw a video of it on TikTok. It looks like it's something that I would definitely go to. Yeah,
that's in Boynton Beach. So it takes about an hour and a half to drive there from here, probably, but so worth it. And they're doing a lot of great experiences for kids. They're bringing schools in. They're giving it to them for free during the week.
Oh, that's awesome.
During the day, because people aren't going to go during the day necessarily. So they set aside times for schools to go, and then they've gotten sponsors that'll pay for the transportation. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So who do we want to talk about first? Well, something we never do.
Silence the phone.
Yeah. I'm on a show.
We got a guest call in.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Alex, you came to our show. How many? Not even a year, or is it a year?
It's been about 2 years. It was
2 years?
October of 2022. And yes, time does fly. I came in originally as a video producer. I've been producing the shows for about 2 years now. Eventually, I started doing videos with Grant Miller. That was more outside videography, and that really got me to showcase like my editing skills. That's one of my main skills is video editing.
Oh, and that's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of sitting down and a lot of sitting down time.
A lot of sitting. Yeah. Well, yeah, but when you go out with Grant, you're not sitting down.
No.
You're running all. How many? What is the most stops you've made in a day with Grant? Do you remember?
I don't remember the specific day or really the specific things, but I'd say maybe 4 or 5.
Which is pretty remarkable. Yeah. That you can, first of all, you have the stamina to do it, to keep up with him, because nobody does. No. And Gerald, how about you?
So I do a lot of similar stuff that Alex does. I also do the newsletters. I also make the Grant Miller Here videos as well. So I've gone on a few treks with Grant Miller.
The longer you're here, the more jobs you're going to have. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. And the resume gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I know. I know. So
it's like,
of all the things that you do here, what is the thing you most enjoy doing?
I enjoy doing different things for different particular reasons, so I can't really say I enjoy something most.
Do you love the fact that you're not doing the same thing all the time?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
That's kind of what I like too. Yeah.
That really helps.
How about you too, Gerald?
Well, yeah, but I recently started covering some comics from certain comic publishers here at the paper. So that's been a really big milestone for me personally, being, a huge comic fan, and also working with publishers that, I just adore. So it's really neat.
Did you get to meet my comickids.org people?
No, I was busy that day in the trenches of the newsletter. So
I'm going to invite them back. You need to meet with them.
I'd love to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you know about the organization? You sat in on one of my shows, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I went to the event too, where
The
Grant.
Voices for Children. Did you go to that one?
The one where Grant was in a giant inflatable suit like the whole
It was
day.
Voices for Children. And comickids.org were there because they actually designed some of the artwork that they had on the tables. But they do great work. They go into schools and they teach them how to draw, but they use comic book characters. Now it's pretty much the superheroes.
Yeah.
The kids really liked the superhero type.
Yeah, they also push literacy through comics too, right?
Oh.
Well, actually, Reed, the gentleman that you met, he was not a good reader, and he was introduced and started reading because of comic books.
I have the same story.
I had a girlfriend you told me that she wanted to get her kids to read, and she signed up and she had a subscription to comic books, and the same thing. I said there was a little place in South Miami, comic book store, and we used to go in every week and get comics.
Awesome. It's so a part of our culture. It's so ingrained in our culture, and people really kind of don't think about it necessarily. But comics are super important.
Well, and then what they explained to me was that the vocabulary is really, really, you pick up on good vocabulary in comics.
Yes.
Because they have to say things in fewer words.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's also really academically a really good thing to do.
And you get good art too, most of the time.
And get good art
Yes.
on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about your backgrounds. You start. Where did you go to school?
Well, I went to the Gulliver here, and then for college, I went to Edgar College. It's a small little school in St. Petersburg, Florida. And after that,
St. Petersburg. You know, I'm from St. Pete.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome. I had
So
no idea.
is it the Eckerd College?
Yeah, that's it.
It's Eckerd. Oh, yeah, sure. But it used to, and then before that, it was Florida Presbyterian. That's how far I remember when it started. That's how far I go back. That's great. That's a great school.
But then, pretty much after that, I relocated here. I was looking for work. And then I found this area. My dad came in for an interview. Then he gave me a recommendation, and that's pretty much how we all got started. And ever since then, I've been picking up on freelance work. That's also one of my major things is freelance.
Oh, that's great though. But ever since you came, you've been a star. You just blossomed right away. But actually, all three of you did, and I'm including Michelle Bromwich, who sits back there.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Nodding her head, yes. And Gerald, how about you? What's your background?
So, I went to, I dropped out of high school, and then it took me a few years to get my GED, but once I did, I went to Miami-Dade College for film production.
Oh, cool.
And I spent 3 lovely years working there, doing short films, was able to actually get into a few film festivals on the films I directed, which was very, it's a big accomplishment to see your little short film on a big screen. It
How
feels
cool is that?
really good. I actually met Rachel through school.
Right.
You can't see her, but she's phenomenal.
I don't know if we can bring
As
you
we've stated
around at
multiple
some
times.
point.
And so and then we did in our film business class, we did resumes, and I did a resume a certain way, and I remember my professor telling me, "You're not going to get hired with this resume. I hope you know that. This isn't how you do a resume." Well, whatever. And then I saw, I didn't care. And then I saw that this local newspaper was looking for employees, and I submitted that resume, not thinking anything would come of it, and Michael Miller called me and he asked if I could come down and do an interview. So,
so much for that professor.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Shout out, Josh. We love you. But and I'm so happy to just be here and have amazing bosses that really allow us to do
we
cool
all
stuff.
love being here, don't we? It's one of those places you like to go to work.
Yeah.
And you're around nice people that you like. So people, I feel sorry for people that have jobs they don't like, or they have to work with people they don't like, and we kind of have a love fest here.
Yeah. It's like a little family.
It's top down.
Yeah.
When you have good bosses.
Yes.
So that's kind of the way it works. So, of all the courses you took, which one was the one that had the most impact? Because I think your professors would like to know that.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say that each film course I've taken had a different effect on me, but the one that really expanded my artistic ability would be, I took an experimental film course, and that really allowed me to go outside the boundaries of like normal film, and that honestly altered the way I thought of filming on a camera.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So, who was your professor? Do you remember?
It's weird how experimental film helped me get better at like conventional media.
Yeah, interesting. And do you remember your professor's name? Or you don't want to give it?
Not on the top of my head, unfortunately.
No.
I don't know.
I always call it, I'm having a brain fart. I don't know.
No, I'm not on camera like a lot. So then, but when I am, I have brain farts.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. No, me too. There are times I look at somebody I know very well and I go, okay. So, when we have our Casa Cuba events, because for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, and I suspect that's not the case, we have these events at Casa Cuba, and we have all these people that come, and we see them every month, right? And then you try to remember their names.
But it's so early too, so your brain is like still trying to function.
Yeah, exactly. That's my biggest thing too. Whenever I'm not like that much of a morning person, so that's always funny.
Yeah, right. So, and our next Casa Cuba event is we're going to have the sheriff.
Yes.
The new
Rosie,
sheriff.
the new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yes, December 5th.
Yeah, she talked at one of our events before the elections, and she talked so powerfully. And you could tell
she was
she
really
owned
good.
the room.
Yeah,
and
she did.
She owned everybody there. And they were, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get back to your most impactful class.
I would say, I'm going to say a specific course, but I do want to highlight a specific professor who taught that course.
Yeah.
It was really Production 3, which is the second to last production class you do in your associate's degree. And there you kind of, it's based on directing. So you really kind of, you write your script, you talk about your idea, and then the professor, gives you critique on it. And she really helped establish in me kind of like what I want to do. Like all the stuff that I thought was too weird or too experimental, she told me to continue to focus on those things. And I thought that was so wonderful. And her name is Eche. Her last name is Karasirian? Karalsian or something like that. I'm sorry. I'm butchering it. But she is such a wonderful woman. Yeah. She has this motherly nature to her teaching. Yeah. And she really just encouraged the best artist that I could be. And I would say Production 3, but in general.
So experimentalists touch both of you.
Yeah. Right. I do think it really, the doors open once you realize that, you don't have to shoot everything a certain way and tell stories a certain way. So.
Well, and working here, has that also broadened your outlook and ways you do things? Or I know we're solution solvers here a lot. So how do you see that?
I would say my experience on film sets absolutely prepared me for the type of chaotic environment we have at the newspaper. You really got to be on your toes.
Who's going to produce what, where, when?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, if I had to answer that, I would say work experience versus like learning is college experience is definitely interesting. What I've learned here was this was my first, like my foot into the professional experience when it comes to video editing. So the stuff I did with grants in the beginning, I used that to show like different clients, what I can do video editing wise, and
Right.
all this stuff helps me in the long run with like resume
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah. But just kind of on the job learning is,
Yes.
you can't beat that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you're forgiven when you're just trying it for the first time, so people aren't going to be as critical, maybe, But but I've seen both of you are just have been phenomenal, and Rachel
Also,
too.
an
We
underrated
got quite a team here.
like an underrated aspect was I wasn't really that good at like the communication aspect of selling myself and
101.
pretty much.
Oh no, you have changed. There was your communication is like amazing.
Well, I would say, like, to jump on that a little bit, Grant and Michael have this amazing ability to sell themselves. And they're not selling you a version of themselves. They're selling you them. And I think that's like, it pushes you to be a little bit more honest and you want to get out there a little bit. Since working with Grant, I've been a lot more talkative and a lot more open and stuff. And I think you regress that a little bit.
And to their, talking about how they treat, everybody that's here, they listen, and they're great mentors, aren't they? Yeah, they really do want everybody to succeed. So
I'm also like more confident in like my abilities and what I can do, like editing wise, video production wise, because working from home is a very interesting, I don't want to say phenomenon, but like it's a very interesting experience. Like it can be very, very isolating if you let it.
I was just going to say it's isolating. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of have like a hybrid thing set up where I work here about 3 or 4 days a week, and then the rest of the time I do work from home.
Right. But it's good to be around people. I don't think I would like working at home all the time. You don't get a chance to brainstorm, to bounce your ideas off of people in the same way. Even with Zoom calls, you can't do that in the same way.
Yeah.
So, so you find that as well?
Well, I have a girlfriend, so as much as I would like it, I don't have a lot of alone time at home.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it can be isolating, but she's also a really good creative partner as well. She also
good.
works here. And so I can really talk to her about all that stuff. So I don't really experience the same sort of...
She's another part of our dream team.
Yes.
We're talking about Danny.
Danny, yes.
Danny Quevedo. Yeah. So shout out to Danny too. Yeah. Who else do we bring on? We have so many young people that we have here now.
Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo. We're missing
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo went off to my Gator.
Yeah, he's
my
awesome.
Gator pal.
Yeah, he's in school now. Yeah, so there might be a little bit before we see him on here.
No, he didn't leave back. I think he's still in town.
Oh.
No, but he's here for Thanksgiving, I think.
Oh yeah, because Thanksgiving
going-
breaks a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so a lot of schools are off. I think Florida is not off. I think he just maybe took some days off of class.
Good.
But yeah, it was nice to have him in the office.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's good to see him.
Yeah, but it just kind of goes to the point that I made about them being mentors. They've taken all of you guys and given you a chance to shine, and you've done remarkably well and probably outperformed. So what would you like to share with our viewers about yourselves? Anything in particular? Plug your work.
Honestly, if I could talk a little bit about myself, I'd like to get into the work-life balance thing, because, well, I mean, I feel like that's a very common thing that everybody struggles with when they enter the workforce, is organizing work-life balance. But for me, one of the things that I like doing is I like going to the gym. That's one of my life things. I'm also I'm not really doing anything professionally, but I'm playing with AI when it comes to content creation.
What? With your...
I'm like playing with, I'm like playing with AI.
Oh, with AI. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I'd like to do more with that, but I'm too busy writing
That's crazy.
my own content.
Yeah.
That's
I don't use
also
AI.
fairly recently, cryptocurrency actually took a pretty big dive up. So that's exciting news. That's
Oh, are you
happening.
into cryptocurrency too?
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are.
What's the Doge at right now?
Doge, it's
It went down again?
yeah, it's down like 9% today.
Okay, they're talking Greek to me. What is Doge?
It's a cryptocurrency that Elon Musk kind of, I don't know if he made, but he's involved.
Heavily involved. He didn't make it, but he's heavily
Yeah,
involved.
he's like super involved in it.
Cool.
And so obviously with his current position in the government,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
it might go
Oh,
up
that's
more.
why I took a. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a pretty
Huge.
decently big turn up. Not
That's good.
not all-time high levels, but like it's
Yeah.
There's
up like
interest.
10-20%. Yeah.
Okay. So how about you?
What I would like to push, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm covering some comics and stuff for the paper, but I'm also writing a column on comics as well. Well, this is my camera. And I recently published an article that talks about me gaining literacy through comics. So it's there on the website.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm very proud of it. So.
I should have you come back with Reed.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be good. TheComicKids.org. Yeah. So
I can talk to Reed about reading.
talk to Reed about reading, and he'll be and maybe he can get you involved in what they're doing,
I would love that.
because they have not, they're going all over the place,
I would
and they're
absolutely
expanding
love
their outreach. Yeah. So it'd be good. Yeah. So anything else?
I'm also pretty decently big on travel. That's something I like to
Yeah, we
say
know,
I'm
we know
into.
Alex.
Yeah.
We see it on the calendar.
Why is that? Are you leaving us sometime?
I'm planning I'm planning trips next year.
You are. What are you planning?
I plan to return to Greece sometime in April.
Ooh.
Ooh, Japan? Any Japan?
Do you have relatives
no,
there
not so
with
much.
that last name?
Oh, yes, I have a grandmother that currently resides in Athens.
Get out.
Wow.
That's cool.
And also, I'm trying to visit one of my best friends who's currently residing in Barcelona.
Oh, that is so cool.
Another great one. Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
so
see, the thing is, like, when you don't have to pay for a place to stay, that's, like, massive.
It's huge. Actually, my granddaughter is going to spend like a week in Brazil. And but she's going with a girlfriend whose family lives there.
That's awesome.
So they're going from family to member. She says, "Well,
You save
plane
like
fare is
half
nothing."
the trip? Yeah.
Plane fare is nothing if you don't have to pay for your lodging." Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, well, that's great. Well, so you have to let me know when you're not going to be here,
Oh, yeah.
so we can all plan, right?
Yes.
Right, Gerald.
Yes.
How about you, Gerald? You got any trips planned?
Not really. I have the next few days off because of Thanksgiving, and
Yay!
I'm very excited about that.
And
Yes.
and I, on the other hand, will be working, baking and working. Yeah, because all the deadlines are up.
I bet there's going to be a lot
Because
of
I
good
have too many
food.
jobs here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will say though, I do make a very, very good bowl of mac and cheese. That's like
Really?
my specialty.
Oh, I didn't
plate.
know. Alex, you got to bring some over, man.
Really? You know what?
I'm a mac and cheese guy myself.
Oh,
I
awesome.
make my own roux and all
We
that.
used to have a Thanksgiving dinner here. I think we're missing out, but I think it wasn't. You can't do it the day before because
Yeah.
everybody has to leave early.
Yeah, 'cause
to
that's
get
Everyone's
ready.
too
like-
busy getting stuff. And,
Yeah, I know. But all the early deadlines.
Yeah, that's when I
Yeah.
cook.
That's true.
That's when I like do the cooking and stuff.
Yeah, tomorrow is like when I've got to do everything, and I'm like, how am I going to get it all done?
Yeah, today's that day for me.
Yeah. Oh, today? Yeah. I'm going to the Miami Heat game, so no. Not for me.
Oh, who
Look at this.
are they?
Oh,
Got
Oh.
she's
my-
fire today.
Yeah, see that?
Who are
Yeah.
they playing today?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Yeah, you're a real fan. You know, you're only worried about one team.
No,
I love that.
yeah, right.
Like, I should know also, but I don't.
It doesn't matter. Well, no, first of all, yeah, I don't have time to watch TV to find out who's playing. I try to catch up on sports on Sunday morning.
Do
But
you have season tickets? Is that
no, but I have a friend that does.
that's
Oh, neat.
So, yeah.
How?
Yeah.
What?
in high places.
What seat are they in? Are they like?
They're good.
Are they like courtside or no? Not quite.
They're in the first level,
Oh.
and there's it's,
Oh, yeah,
they're
that's
good. They're
great.
Good. In fact, the phone call I got was from my friend.
Well, you should get back to that. Then.
I gotta get
Yes.
back to that friend. Yeah. Anyway, well, listen, it was so fun talking to you guys today and introducing you to our viewers. I thank you so much for coming in and taking time out of your busy schedules to do this. Until next time, I'm wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Count your blessings, of which, if you work here, we have many.
Yes, ma'am. That is great.
So, until next time, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.